Hi everyone, welcome to the podcast. I'm Celine and I'm here today with Sarah and we're going to discuss Zodiac and personality signs. Specifically the MBTI, which is very, very popular. I think a lot of people have tried it and you know what you are. And so some of you might find it funny, like why we lump personality tests and Zodiacs together. But we thought it'd be interesting to look at Zodiacs and its relationship with your personality. So I realized in recent years, right, people are taking their horoscope much, much more seriously. Like on YouTube and on TikTok, people are always saying like, oh, even on TV, like there's the show, we watch like The Real, which is a TV show.
Okay.
They always like to mention, oh yeah, I'm a very typical like Cancer. That's why I'm very sensitive. So what do you think of horoscopes?
I don't believe in horoscopes. I think you don't believe in horoscopes too, right? I don't know. I just don't see how stars are related to our personality. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I never never really took it seriously. But that being said, I am a very, very typical. I feel like every time I read a description of an Aries, I always fit that description very, very, very well.
Should we state our star signs first? Oh, you mentioned that you're an Aries, right?
Yes,
okay,
I'm
a
Aries.
Gemini.
Okay, so now we're going to do a blind test and I'm going to read out 3 horoscopes that I picked out that I think suit Sarah. So Sarah is going to try and guess which one is the correct one.
Okay.
So now the first one is you are practical, hardworking, analytical, immensely talented at accessing detail of situation and finding solutions to problem solve. Very good at organizing and value consistency, loyalty and productivity. Invest themselves into goals and plans, but can be critical if things do not develop as originally planned. Then also kind, grounded and trustworthy. The second one is intellectual, independent, contemplative, focused on belief and ideas, hungry for knowledge in order to establish a firm perception of the universe and society to operate, and open to exploring new concepts. But once they have found their core analysis, they will not waver from that point of view. And these people are especially social. They like to present themselves as unique, eccentric, and inventive, different from the crowd. The last one is quick-witted, excitable, and inquisitive, curious about everything, take a highly intellectual view of the world, ready to learn about everything and everyone, master communicators, gifted at being flexible and versatile in connecting with others, and they process things through their mind rather than just emotions, which makes them extremely adaptable.
I'm supposed to guess which one is Gemini or which one is I think fits me the most.
Which one is Gemini? Which one is Gemini?
Is it the second one?
No.
Which one is it? The first one?
No, the last one.
Because I was like waiting to hear something that is like two-faced. Because that is the stereotype of Geminis.
Okay. I mean, I deleted the part that it says about Gemini being because
Player
of the
two-faced.
Two-Faced. Because that one is it's a giveaway because Gemini is the only one. Yeah. But the rest doesn't sound like you.
Okay.
Okay. So,
What was the second one?
The first one was a Virgo. Second one was an Aquarius.
Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess not really, but maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, because you mentioned that you fit the Aries personality trait.
Do you originally think that you fit the Gemini one?
No.
Oh, okay, then
No.
maybe.
Yeah. Because I have a lot of friends that have birthdays that were close to mine. So it's very obvious that our personalities are very different. So since like a very long time, like since a young age, I never believed in horoscopes. Like that was one of the reasons why.
I've known, right, in my life, 2 people who have the same birthday as me. And we have, I think one of them more similar, but the other girl that I know from my secondary school, she is very, very polar opposite from me.
Okay.
So
she definitely doesn't fit.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't feel like she fits.
Okay, let's find out whether
I can identify.
Okay, the first one. Okay. I will list the strength and weaknesses. So it's just all adjectives. So
Okay.
the strengths are adventurous, energetic, pioneering, courageous, enthusiastic, confident, dynamic, and quick-witted. As for the weaknesses, they are selfish, quick-tempered, impulsive, impatient, foolhardy, and daredevil.
Okay.
Then the second one, the strengths are emotional, loving, intuitive, imaginative, shrewd, cautious, protective, and sympathetic. And for the weaknesses, they are changeable, moody, over emotional, touchy, clingy, and unable to let go.
Okay. I don't.
And the last one, patient, reliable, warm-hearted, loving, persistent, determined, placid, and security-loving. Also, jealous, possessive, resentful, inflexible, self-indulgent, and greedy.
Is this like all fire signs?
No, I picked like random, really random.
I feel like it would be the first one.
Yes. It's the first one.
Oh, I'm right.
Which was the one that you
Uh,
figure out?
let me think. You say adventurous, and what else? What else did you say?
Adventurous, energetic, pioneering, courageous, enthusiastic, confident, dynamic, and quick-witted.
I think it's the
The selfish, quick-tempered, impulsive, impatient, foolhardy, and daredevil.
yeah. I think it's the weak points of the Aries one that usually I can identify, like that I usually will know, because the ones with like the fire signs, they tend to be very similar. Like you are stubborn and quick tempered. It's a very like fire sign kind of trait.
At first, I wanted to. When I did mine, I went to search for all the air signs.
Yeah.
It was very different.
Yeah. At first, I wanted to do for you also. So I wanted to search all the air signs, but the air signs, I don't know why, all very funny, very different. But
Yeah.
I think for fire, I don't. The second one you were saying, what was the second one? The weakness again?
Jealous, possessive, resentful, inflexible. No, sorry. Changeable, moody, over emotional, touchy, clingy, and unable to let go.
Let me try and guess what they're supposed to be. I feel like one of them is like, is there a Taurus in there?
Yes.
Oh my god, I think I read too much. That's why I know.
Hey, there's a Taurus. But it's,
Yes, the second one. I was thinking one of them. One of them is a Taurus.
It's not. It's
No,
the third one.
as in, yeah. The one of the other two is a Taurus.
Okay,
Then
can
I was
try to
like,
guess the other one.
Wouldn't it be one of the. I don't know. Is it like a Sagittarius?
No.
I can't guess.
Sagittarius what animal? What's the logo?
I don't know. I don't know what animal Sagittarius supposed to be. No, Sagittarius.
Okay,
Let me think. Or Leo?
Sagittarius is the goat. Not, oh my god, I'm going to get attacked online. Not goat, lamb. A boo. I
don't
think
know.
it's the same group. Okay, the last one, the second one is actually Cancer.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's unexpected. My boyfriend is a Cancer. I would never have thought. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it turns out like okay. So you don't identify, but I feel like I can identify with like the Aries traits. Because I think since I was young, I always knew I was like an Aries, and I always look at it, and yeah, I feel like I have the energy. You know, last time, right, my school forced us to buy newspapers to read in the morning. So the thing is, I don't like to read the news, which is very ironic because now I'm doing journalism, right? I don't like to read the news. Actually, even until now, I don't read it. I would take the newspaper, and the first thing I'll flip to is I will flip to the zodiacs.
Horoscope.
The horoscope, the Chinese newspaper horoscopes. Then I will sit there with the newspaper in the morning, and then with my friends like around me, then I'll be like, let me tell you what is going to happen to your week. And then sometimes they will say like, for Aries, this week you will have trouble finishing your homework. Then I'll tell my friend like, this means that this week you cannot, your tests are confirm fail one, so don't need to study. Like all this bullshit.
Do you fail?
No, as in like, I just sit in the morning, I have nothing to do, then I will go and say these type of things. But I did used to read it quite a bit.
Do you think it's because you read all this kind of thing, then like the personality traits described in those in the newspaper, it starts to like imprint on you? Like you start acting like that because like you keep reading this kind of thing, and you feel like, since my birthday, since I'm an Aries, I should act like that.
I don't know because like I think from the personality traits that I keep reading, sometimes I would think that I am something that I'm not. For example, right, Aries, the first one that you mentioned is adventurous. I feel that I am not that adventurous, honestly. Especially as I grow older, I realize I'm really not that adventurous. I only like certain things, and I don't really like to venture out of that. But I think when I was younger and like I was not very sure of maybe whether I would read it and be like, all the other traits apply to me, or a lot of the traits apply to me. Then I was like, when people ask me like to describe myself, I would remember like, yes, I am adventurous, so I would say that. But as I grow, I realize I am not adventurous. That kind of thing. And also because I don't take Zodiac that seriously. So I don't.
But you seem to be able to guess that.
No, because I can remember, but I don't take it that seriously.
I know are people who take it very seriously.
Yeah. I feel there are people, right, who read it and they internalize it, and even if let's say I was not an adventurous person, they are like, okay, I will be adventurous. I am an adventurous person.
Because the stars told me.
Yeah. You know one particular star sign I realized that they like to do this, right, is Virgo. So stereotypical, but like I hear a lot of people who are Virgos, they will say this like, I have OCD or I'm very obsessive because I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
You've heard that before, right? Like not a lot of other star signs will say this, but people who are Virgos, they'll be like, my calendar is planned to the T because I'm a Virgo.
I feel like the star signs that I see very often online, right, is Virgo and Scorpio. Scorpio is like the red flag one.
Yeah.
That you shouldn't date a Scorpio, yeah.
So today we are also going to we kind of both established, right? We don't really believe in stars, zodiac, Western star signs, but we also decided to find out our Chinese zodiac. And both of us are born in the same year. We were born in 1997. So we have the same zodiac sign, which is Ox. So, Sarah, please tell us what are the characteristics of the Ox? And we'll tell you why I feel like Chinese zodiacs is even less specific than the Western zodiac.
Okay. Most people with Chinese zodiac Ox sign hold conservative and traditionalistic personalities. They impress people with an image of endurance, honesty, and diligence. They seldom fear for any hardships or difficulties. They are persistent but stubborn, cautious but hesitant, moody and quick-tempered.
Okay.
As mentioned before, Oxen are a group of people who lack romance, so people falling in love with them seldom get surprises. They are also awkward with words and not good at flirting. Seeming to be cool and indifferent, they have an ardent inner side. When coming across the people they admire, they will get actively close to them. Their efforts in love will not be in vain, and they usually hope their partner feels the same way as they do in return. The problems of relationships usually come from their over-tenderness to the opposite sex and suspicion about the other's loyalty. So the best matches for the Ox personality, not personality, this is like year of birth. Yeah. Are people who are rats, snakes. I don't know, I just find it funny. Rats, snakes, and rooster.
Yeah.
So, wait. Should we give like the age?
Yeah, sure.
So red is people who are 1 year older than us. Rooster is four
Four.
or seven, right? 4 years
Four.
older or 7 younger.
Yeah.
Then snake, I have no idea.
Snake. Yeah, snake. I also can remember. Snake is the sixth one, so about 3 years, I think.
Okay. The one that
six
was the most, the one that I saw, then I thought it was quite ridiculous, was the health one. So they mentioned that for people who are born in the year of the ox, their spleen functions well, helping to digest food and arouse the appetite. If they can go on a diet and control their excessive desire for food, they will live a long life and maintain a dynamic condition. However, there will be some stomach problems if they eat a lot of greasy, sour, and sweet food. They may produce an excess of saliva, which may give rise to other diseases. They are recommended to keep to a light diet and eat plenty of vegetables and fruits. I feel like the last sentence is a general recommendation.
So I was saying, right, like Chinese zodiacs, one thing, okay, we are just taking the year, okay? So obviously Chinese zodiacs, you can go down to the minute of the day that you're born, and then you have like the different elements, but we're just taking the one that we see every year. So for those people who maybe are not very familiar with Chinese zodiac signs, it happens once every 12 years. So the next time the ox will be, last year was the year of the ox, right? This year is the year of the tiger. Last year, year of the ox, so another 12 years from last year. But one thing that I cannot take seriously, and so in Singapore, everybody knows, like when Chinese New Year comes, they will put all this zodiac information all over the shopping center. Everywhere you go, everybody will be reading their zodiacs. This one, I feel really nobody takes it seriously. And
every mosque got different descriptions, I feel.
Really? I feel for ox, it's always the same few description. Stubborn, hardworking.
I mean, yeah, it's typical of the animal.
Yeah, it's typical of the animal. But, I don't know anybody who really takes their Chinese zodiac seriously, right? Because this is describing the entire year of people. How can there be one entire 1997 batch of people that are just honest and diligent? I know plenty of snakes born in 1997, okay? Like, I know a lot of lazy people born in 1997. I'm one of the lazy people born in 1997, like, seriously. So I feel like I could never, I would just always read this. This is just like a haha, okay, can, but can't take it seriously.
I feel like maybe the older people take it seriously. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not this, but like the 8 characters. It's related to this as well.
Oh yeah, it is related to this, but this is like the more general one. So maybe the 八字, if they gave more specific and detailed one, then maybe it will be more believable. I think the more specific is the more believable. But this one is just too broad. Yeah. And also, my friends, my two of my friends, they are born in the year of the dog, and they say every year theirs is bad luck.
Actually, I feel like ox also quite bad luck.
No, ox every year is good luck. Except I think 1 or 2 years. Well, I feel like I say I don't believe.
Actually, we go different malls. So I read different things. I feel like I always read that ox is not very lucky.
I always read that ox is one of like the better ones.
Okay. You can see the inconsistency here.
I don't know who they consult. Like, I don't know whether they consult Google or what, but it's just very funny that they put these type of things out because it's so vague.
Okay, I feel like it's something that you read, then you just like...
I think it's for fun, yeah. Okay. It's for fun.
Yeah.
So actually, so like we mentioned earlier, we both don't believe in that. But there are people who take this type of 八字 very seriously. Even when it comes down to getting married. I know like some people... I was watching Korean variety shows, right? I like to watch Korean variety shows. So some of them, they even said that if these 8 characters, they don't match, or like the fortune teller tell them like, you're incompatible with your partner, they won't get married. They say it's because it's like fate decided that, you know, they are not compatible. So why bother trying to work it out? That's how
Do you
seriously.
believe in Western medicine?
Yeah. No, but I think it's like, maybe it's like a cultural thing. I think Koreans take it very seriously. Yeah. In Singapore, I don't think we take it that seriously. But I don't know. I mean, in China, I feel like in China, they do the same thing. Because like when people get married, right? In Singapore, even when people get married, they will take your birthdays and they will choose a good day for you to get married. So people do take it very seriously. Children, when they are born, they will also take their timing and everything and say like, oh, at this particular time, I think it's for like my dad, like they will say like maybe his time or whatever doesn't have enough water element, so his name has like the water element. So it's like a brand new Chinese character that you cannot find online if you type in your iPhone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I know of this kind. I know of someone that the name is in traditional Chinese because got more strokes, so it's more auspicious.
Yeah. So people actually take it very seriously, I think.
Okay, so you know, actually, right? Non-Chinese people also like use the horoscope and then they link it to tarot cards. Wait, do you believe in tarot cards?
Actually, I feel like, I don't know.
It's definitely more specific than the Chinese
I kind
zodiac.
of believe in tarot cards.
Have you tried tarot card reading before?
I have not tried tarot card reading. I have tried other forms of fortune telling before, but not tarot card.
I accompanied a friend for tarot card reading before. But I didn't see if I just like waited for her somewhere else. So I can't remember the specific things that the what's it called, magician. I don't know what's the person called.
Fortune teller.
Okay,
Tarot
the
card
fortune
reader.
teller told her, but it was. I remember when she told me, right? It was a very general description.
Oh, okay. I feel like I believe in it because, first of all, I believe in like the I believe that there's a spiritual world, right? So I do believe that people can find out stuff through tarot card reading.
Okay.
Yeah, whether it is necessarily a good thing, I think it is not a good thing to go to these kind of things to find out the future or all that kind of stuff. But I think it is real. Of course, I believe that there are scams out there lah, but I do believe there are certain people who really can read.
I watched some like YouTube videos on tarot card reading, so they will lay like maybe four stacks of cards, and then they'll put a crystal on top of each pile. Then they ask you to pick a pile that is like you feel that the energy of the crystal is drawing you towards, and then they will tell you the reading.
Oh.
So I don't know, I tried different channels. They give me very different different readings.
Oh yeah. Okay, that one thing, like all these fortune
so I
telling.
don't really believe. And then like especially the one about the love, right? The thing about it, okay, so usually they tell you, your special person will be someone from your past will come back to your life again. But then you think about it, there's only 3 possibilities: someone from your past, someone you have not met, and someone who is currently in your life. So like there's a 1 in 3 chance. That was why I didn't find it very believable.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you mean. A lot of people expose the what's that? You know those like is it fortune teller? No, those mediums. They expose mediums like that. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes I don't know. I feel like some of them they can. But
there's a very popular one in Singapore.
Really?
Yes. Okay, then if I can find Instagram, I will send it to you.
Okay.
My friend knows. Like they say, she's really very popular and like she's very accurate. Tarot card.
You know that in the previous episode in my that toxic friends, what that girl from my poly, right? She actually went to a tarot card reader also. Okay, but and she went to a tarot card reader and she told me about it. She said that the tarot card reader told her that she would be healed of her depression.
Okay.
Which
Is
again,
she healed?
you're right lah. I don't know. I never remain friends with her long enough to find out the answer.
Okay.
But like you say, it's a very. It's either you die or you get healed ma. It is
Yeah. Either you get healed or you don't get healed.
and
So
and the thing is, for most depression cases, you can get healed with medicine, therapy. I know that now you can do surgery, so you know. Yeah, I get what you're saying lah. It's like okay, duh. I could have told you that kind of thing.
yeah.
But I
I
think.
feel it's a very confirmation bias thing also.
But I still think some of them, they can be very oddly specific. You know, when I was in Korea, I wanted to go and try, because in Korea they have like a lot of people who do palm reading, and I really was curious to know how much they can tell from my palm. Because apparently, like one of the palm is you for your future, and one is for your current life. So they can read and then they can tell. So if they can tell me very specifically, like how many siblings I have, how many relationships I have, how long each relationship is, then I would be like, I am impressed. You know, that kind of thing. Like I would like.
I'll be scared because I'm like you. Like, what if you go and tap into the spiritual world and then something goes wrong?
Yeah.
Like when if the reading gets too detailed and accurate, right? I'll be very scared.
I would be scared. But I don't know, you know, because every time I see it on TV, and I always get very curious to know, like, are they telling the truth or not? Because when you read it, when you see it on TV, like what's the name? Tyler, what's his name?
No, I don't know.
This very famous Hollywood medium, I forgot what's his name. He's a young guy, Tyler something.
Tyler, the creator, I didn't know that one.
Tyler Perry or something like that. No. He has done readings for many celebrities, including, I think, the Try Guys. The Try Guys, he has done for them. I feel like he has done for the Kardashians as well. And they always say that he's able to reveal very specific details. That's why I kind of believe that people actually have the power to do that. But I will not tap into that power. I want to remain away from the power and make sure the power cannot find me. So, okay. So, like we mentioned at the start, we're also going to be talking about personality tests. So, very random jump here because we started going off on a tangent. But, okay. So, speaking of personality, we were talking about horoscopes, and then we were thinking, okay, we are looking at now what the stars tell us our personality should be, but what do we think our personalities are? So we did the MBTI test again. So we did the one on the free website, which is the free test, which is the 16 personalities test. Okay, so for MBTI, I think a lot of people, we have tried it at least once, but for those people who don't know what it is, it's a personality test. It's supposed to be a very comprehensive, and it used to be thought of as very accurate. So accurate that some workplaces even use them when they are hiring people. So they will request for your MBTI. But it has been kind of like disproven that it's not very accurate. So, but I'm just going to go through it anyway. You will get 4 letters. So the first one will either be an E or an I. Stands for extrovert or introvert. So very obvious. Second one will be a
Observant
S or
and
an N.
intuitive.
S, yeah, which is an S or an N. Observant is a S, N is intuitive. And the third one will be a T or an F. One is thinking, so more logical, and F is feeling. The last one will be a J or a P. So J is judging and P is perceiving.
Okay.
So yeah, your personality will be made up of 4 of these. So altogether there are 16 personality types. So the test that we did is on 16personalities.com, and it is a free test. I think a lot of people say that it's not very accurate, and I've done the professional MBTI test as well. They said that 16 personalities is not very accurate, but I did both the tests. I got the same results. So Sarah, would you like to share with us first?
Okay, so the one that I did with you, I got INTP. So the general description of people with this personality type is that people who score as INTP are often described as quiet and analytical, and they enjoy spending time alone thinking about how things work and coming up with solutions to problems. INTPs have a rich inner world and would rather focus their attention on their internal thoughts rather than the external world. They typically do not have a wide social circle, but they do tend to be close to a select group of people.
Sounds very Virgo. It just sounds
I
like the
think the-
description I was reading just now.
Maybe no, I feel like I fit because I just happen to have a job that matches this personality type.
Yeah. I think you fit the personality type. That's why you like this type of job. If you didn't have this personality type, I don't think you would have settled for this job.
Okay, but the one that I did myself, right? Okay, I got INFP. So the difference is only the T and the F, the thinking and the feeling one. The thing is like, okay, someone told me they're a very good indicator that will tell the difference between the T and the F personality type, right? Is you listen to the way they talk, and then you go and like observe whether they say things like, oh, I think that this is bad, or like, I feel that this is bad. So for people who use the word feel more, they tend to be more of the F.
Feeling side. Okay. Actually, that makes sense. Okay.
The thing is, I feel I feel that I say that one more, F more.
Oh, I definitely say I think more. I don't say I feel that much. But you were saying just now about like your job and your personality, right? So I was thinking, because we used to be in the same field, we both used to do research, right? Yeah. So you can see why I am no longer in that field.
What's the ideal job? Like I remember they put like what kind of job suits that personality type.
Suits me?
Yes.
Okay, so from my personality type, I'm a ESTJ. And let me see how much I identify with this. How much I identify with this personality. Let me see. Turbulent executive. Executives are representatives of tradition and order, utilizing their understanding of what is right, wrong, and socially acceptable to bring family and community together. Embracing values of honesty, dedication, and dignity, people with the executive personality types are valued for their clear advice and guidance, and they happily lead the way on difficult paths. Taking pride in bringing people together, executives often take roles as community organizers, working hard to bring everyone together in celebration of cherished local events or in defense of traditional values that hold families and communities together. So I'll say through the entire paragraph, nothing sounds like me lah. Nothing lah. In fact, the Zodiac sounds more like me lah, honestly.
Actually, when I read I don't know, some parts I also didn't feel like it was like me also.
Yeah, okay, even here, the strengths and weakness, they say here, enjoy creating order, loyal, patient, and reliable. Okay, I'm not that patient. No, I'm not that patient. I'm not. Inflexible and stubborn. Not really. Uncomfortable with unconventional situations. Also not really. Too focused on social status. No, not really. Judgmental, maybe. Difficult. Okay, here's the one. Difficult to relax. Definitely, I don't find it difficult to relax. Okay, and difficulty expressing emotions. I don't feel like anybody who has met me say I have difficulty expressing my emotions.
That is true.
Yeah, so I feel like this is like so like not me.
We can do it again. But I think it's okay.
For you,
You don't have to fit. No, as in like, it's okay if you don't think that you fit into that personality type.
Yeah, like I mentioned last time, people used to take this very seriously, so they will use it for like jobs, even jobs. So that's why I think it. Okay, so now that's why I think like a lot of these personality tests, right? My personal opinion is that you can't tell a person from a personality test, like honestly. Because, okay,
Yeah.
like I said, a lot of the situations when we were answering the questions, the different situations pop up in your head when you're imagining yourself in that scenario. And that doesn't mean anything. Because it could be like a similar situation happened to you recently. So that is the situation that you play in your head. You know what I mean? So,
And I think
yeah.
as you go, you also will change.
Yeah, the thing about the MBTI is they say that it's supposed to be accurate throughout your life. It's supposed to be like a
Core personality.
core personality that doesn't change throughout your life. Not the 16 personalities, but the one when I did the paid one, they said that is the case. I feel like these personality tests, they're only good for telling you, they're only good for, maybe
good for telling you like currently what.
Yeah. Or maybe even making you consider, because when you look at the questions, it's a scale, right? So you look at it and you consider, okay, how much am I? One thing, like they say, they always ask, do you enjoy your own company? And it makes you reflect while you're doing the questions. But I feel like the at the end of the day, it cannot really express who you are. So one thing to mention about this MBTI is that they do give you in percentages, your results in percentages. So for example, for me, my extroversion is 54%. 54%. So
the
introvert
the
is
thing about
46. Yeah.
the thing about the introversion and the introverted and extroverted thing, right? I feel like it depends on your mood when you do a test. Because okay, I've done it like, on days that I'm very happy, and I've done it on days that I'm not very happy, right?
Yeah.
Like even though it's still I, but the percentage is different.
Oh yeah. Another thing that we were discussing before we did the podcast is a lot of times whether you're extrovert or introvert depends largely on your culture. In the UK, I can tell very safely I am a very introvert person. Because okay, I think I'm not very used to the way that they socialize, which is to go out to pubs. Because I can't drink. I have like a very serious like Asian flush. I can't drink, and I don't particularly enjoy going to loud places and shouting across to people. Even though some people like the atmosphere because, you know, it's very loud, it's very cheery, it kind of like bring your mood up. But for me, it doesn't do that. When I talk about like being extroverted, I mean like I enjoy going with my friends to have bubble tea, you know, that kind of thing, or like going to a cafe. So I feel a lot of people would look at me in the way that, oh, I'm a very introverted person. But back home, I think a lot of people do say that I'm a very extroverted person. So I feel like largely it's cultural as well.
And I feel like I don't know, using it at like, okay, I've done it before, like for some job application, then they will try to make me do this personality test. But I feel like you can cheat your way through, you know what kind of job you're applying for.
Yeah.
You can just search you can just search like, okay, what kind of personality type this job will fit the most. Then you try to answer the whatever questions, try to fit those.
And there are some things that are, how to say, universally appreciated. Things like teamwork, if you are organized, logical. Nobody wants a feeling person in any field, like nothing, okay, unless you're trying to apply to be a counselor.
Counseling.
Yeah.
No, it is like what IMFP, right? One of the jobs they recommend is counseling.
Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't mean that if you don't have that trait, you can't be a counselor. So like for me, one of my jobs that I wanted to do was counseling as well. Because I like to talk to people. And I just enjoy like listening to people's problems, I guess. I don't know if that's a good thing. No, I like to listen to people's problems and offer help.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I really find like satisfaction out of having like long talks with my friends. So I feel like it would be a nice career option for me. But I am not like the feeling person. So I feel like it's very funny to say you cannot do this or you cannot do that because your personality doesn't fit. I feel
it's like the horoscope thing, right?
Yeah. That's one of the things, right? Where when we were doing this, then we were thinking like, how reliable is this MBTI that? How reliable is this MBTI that we can like see ourselves in it the same way that can we see ourselves in the zodiac, and how can we use the zodiac? How useful is the zodiac to us in identifying ourselves? Because
but at least the MBTI was, I feel like they did a lot of research to come up with this quiz.
And I feel like at least the MBTI is based on my answers lah, not based on my birthday lah. Correct.
So we did MBTI and horoscopes, right? I would trust the MBTI more, definitely.
Of course. So that is all for today. Please let us know if you are into horoscopes and personality tests, and just let us know what you think of it, because I'm really very curious to know, like generally why people believe in this type of stuff, or how many people even do believe in this type of stuff.
Or you can tell us how it helps you.
Yeah. Tell us how it helps you in your life as well.
I will want to know it.
So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.